2 different devices so she could see me deleting the whole thing and deleting it properly off my iCloud and stuff like that, yeah? And we're still in contact now. Like, and we are like actually good friends now in real life. I messaged her today after Rebecca was like doubting me and Alicia and us as women. Rebecca sat there and said, I've not been a survivor of DV. I've not been a survivor of emotional or anything narcissistic abuse at all in my life, not knowing what I've gone through, right? Because of the TT situation. But yet TT said, and to this day will testament, even though she's not on the app no more, she said if she needs to, she will come and testimony to the point of like, I've helped her and we're good friends. I've helped her off app. And to this day, you ain't heard me talk about it because I'm not you, Rebecca, bitch. I'm not an AI. I only have to show face because I've been drawn out. I've been on here giving my raw and my realness from day fucking one, as has Alicia. Not for anything else, but because us all talking helps other people and it helps us as women, yeah? I've sat there and backed EQ, backed Angie, backed all these different people, even down to Pearl at some points when it comes to a certain topic, when it comes to us as women. But you want to talk about us victimizing certain stuff and using certain stuff. You've got every single hater bitch that don't like me because, bitch, let's be so real. You can sit there and say about Torian because she's on the dark side or Alicia because she's clouted. But me, you dumb bitch who's in the middle, who can you really say? The only cunts that don't like me are the little bitches that have built their platform motherfucking off me or have got dicked down because of me, bitch. Because let's not forget, one of your mods and one of your biggest mouthpieces got dicked down because of my mod and met because of my platform. Because I let her speak. And I, as a young white woman that maybe even chatting shit sometimes and screaming too aggressively, do you think I ever once said, you know what, yeah, lushes, relax, chill out? No, because as a woman, as a person, I let everyone have their motherfucking space because I'm not you, a hypocrite, a narcissist and a dumb bitch, right? That's the difference. I've never once sat there and said, Rebecca's not all, baby A, no one's gone through DV or grief, but you bitches have. And that's the difference between hypocrisy. You can be perpetrator or victim, you dumb cunt. And I'm sick of you bitches on the internet acting like you got fucking degrees because none of you do. None of you have fucking degrees. And the cunts that do, you treat us like fucking shit. I don't talk about my degree on the app, but I've literally studied for over 7 to 8 years human fucking psychology, biology, and literal sociology in between that, as well as history. I can sense body behavior and body movements, and I can see narcissists not only because of how I'm like what I'm doing, because I've been raised by them. Because everyone that I've been around is a narcissistic, horrible bastard. But I've chosen to be good, and you are choosing to hurt people, hurt people, hurt people. Grow up. Because what you are doing is literally the thing that you are fucking whinging about. Well, everyone's in a group, everyone's in a group. Look at your group now that cusses us. Name me one cunt that ain't been in mine or fucking Alicia's live and fucking put over 20 fucking in our heartbeats. Show me one bitch in your fucking live. Let's talk about Scotty. Because when Scotty was on his own, after you bitches have spoke about us, him being vulnerable, me thinking, oh, do you know what? I don't care. I'm not a fucking weirdo internet people. Me, Alicia told me all let you in. Scotty was all there sending me whales in box battles in NJ's live, doing all of this stuff in lots of people's lives very adamantly and very clearly. But then he chose to run back, and then you're saying that we're using him as a spy. Bitch, you didn't like him. You casted him aside like wet fucking fish. Not even like nice cod, salmon, not even crayfish, bitch. You casted him aside like a little piece of nutting, and we took him in, and then when you took him back, we still weren't sitting there cussing him up, but now you both want to chat shit. Yeah, respectfully, who the fuck are you? Because let's really talk about it. You're the same motherfuckers that wanted to call people when I was talking and walking for Palestine. I wasn't getting paid for it. I was doing real life shit for humanity, which you bitches all stand on, no? Because you're allies, you dumb little fucking bitches on the internet. You're all allies, no? So why are you ringing people saying Paige can't walk for Palestine when I'm not getting paid? I'm there doing it for my good humanity, and I'm not doing it on TikTok. Everything I do, like you and Rebecca want to talk about TT. I don't have to know, and not everyone in this app has to know that me and TT are Cody's and tight. TT knows my motherfucking address. Do you understand? My number and my address, and I've reached my yard.
TT to ask her if she's all right after you was running down.
TT don't know who she is. I spoke to her today, Alicia. TT said, "Who the fuck is Rebecca?" And
after Rebecca and that were running down Paige and Kaza and all these people, have any of them messaged the victim of what was going on at the time to say, do you know what, are you okay? No, you haven't. You just say things because you like.
That's right, because this is what you said, yeah, because they want to look at us victim. They kept saying the victim. They're perpetual victims, yeah. No one's saying you ain't been through shit, yeah. But like I said, some people don't have to make it their character. And how dare you claim us less as a survivor? TT is a survivor. TT's life now and how I know her now is completely different to what she went through. I'm not saying that I was the one that helped her and dragged her through it, but guess what? I remained. Whether I didn't speak to her for 3 months, 4 months because she was doing her thing, there's check-ins are still there, right? Do you understand? That's the difference, you dumb bitches. That is the difference between real life shit. Like, I don't understand what you're getting at. Like, everything that you're trying to pinpoint and whinge about, doxing this, doxing that. Don't moan about doxing when you're doxing. Do you understand? Like, you're pathetic. Like, when we're talking about it, we're saying to you, because you're the ones that are whinging about it, we'll make jokes, we'll sit there and banter. You cry about it and use it as your whole personality and personality trait and perpetual victim. You stupid fucking cunts that ain't got no degrees. I'm sick of it. Everyone's a psychologist, bumper clerk, sociologist. Look it up. Perpetual victim. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Because the thing is, everyone has gone through trauma and everyone's going through stuff. But on the app, what we don't need to do is none of us are triggering each other to that point. None of us are each other's perpetrators. So don't fucking start bringing up other people's shit and then downplaying our shit and then expecting us not to talk. You scatty, long eyelash
I just want to
fucking
play
bitches.
something. I don't know what this says, but I'm going to play it because I know it's going to be some bullshit.
Mate, she actual fucking is. I'm coming on at 5 o'clock, hopefully with my mouse
I don't know if it's got any
a wee bit
cussing.
more, because it's
Yeah, Leanne, sorry, I was going to say
agony,
yeah.
because there's none from a filling, so I'm going to be speaking about my situation. Big up to you for mentioning it last night, and it's gave me the fire to do it tonight. And
When they kicked him out their little community for no reason.
Crop tops, Alicia.
Don't talk about my crop tops.
Oh, did you see the fucking video? That. I think it's screen recorded that. My disability was compared to Sarah's. That was
Can you not hear
the
that?
moment Becca lost the argument. Literally. And I will be saying my disability is no more or no less than Sarah's. They can all get to hell. And you just said it. They are loud-mouthed fucking bitches with absolutely nothing to say. I'll see you at 5, mate. I'm charging my phone up a wee bit. I'm meeting somebody to eat Brooklyn, and I'll be on, but let's fucking do this. They can all get to fuck as far as I'm concerned. Absolute horrible ratbacks.
Did you all hear that? Then there's just him sending me loads of videos of
He just
Jem.
called us rat bags.
No, he's talking about Rebecca and Mob and that.
Oh, I was going to say, was that when he was talking about
When he
that?
fell out with them lot, and I stuck up for him, and I said, because they were saying that he had...
Oh my God, Alicia, please, I'm sorry. Do you know how mad that is though? Play the one. Do you have the one recently? Because I'm sorry, you know me. Compare the two. This is how you know this boy chat shit. Hold on. The way I just thought that was him, he sounded like a video I just heard about him talking about us this week. I need to find it. Hold on.
The one I sent to you.
I think it was. Wait, because my other phone's
I'll
dead.
send one to my phone, hang on.
That's how you know he's a snake, because the thing is, you can be beg friend or be vulnerable to friendships, yeah? Not as a vulnerable adult, but just be vulnerable to needing friends, that's fine. But, Scotty, respectfully, like, you made me feel bad for you. You was there sending me whales, there sending me fucking fireworks. Like, I remember my mods being like, don't trust you. And and I was like, no, leave him. I've probably got, my Discord is probably still in there. And we was being so nice to you. Me, and someone actually said today, I think it might have been Days or one of my mods, was like, the mods had a group and they were being like a bit funny about Scotty, and it was me and you, Alicia. That was like, leave Scotty alone, bless him. He was with us before, remember?
Pick up Corey for today. I got a terrifying voice note, Corey, because of your live. I was terrified.
What's Corey?
Did you see what Corey did today, Paige?
What?
Corey,
I don't want to talk about it unless no, because
Corey broke the internet.
I don't give a fuck, because he said something about my bio and I will never forget it.
Yeah, but he didn't know, so he thought he didn't know. Come on.
He also tried to bribe me with gifts. And if he did it better... Alicia, let me finish. If he did it better, I would have been bribed. But he didn't do enough. So.
Right, I've just forwarded this video. So this is him talking about me. You heard what he just said about Rebecca and that? Yeah, he did. I know he didn't meet. Like, obviously, it doesn't say. It just says what it says. Do you know what I mean? Stop typing.
I'm typing to Corey.
Okay, that's fine. So you heard what he just said. They're big mouth bitches. Blah blah blah. He come to me. He was upset. Rangers. I backed him and I said, you lot are going for a boy who's got autism. You've all been screaming around this app that he's autistic and people are bullying him, but you're now bullying him and segregating him from his group of friends and saying really horrible things about him. So I stuck up for him and they all cried about that. And then I've lost my train of thought.
Corey Wild, because you really annoyed me, I'm saying if you gift me something, mini.
Paige, we
Hold on, let me finish, Alicia. Because he gifted me to be friends with Tori, and if you give me mini something, £10 or plus to put towards Spirituals GoFundMe, I will forget everything and wipe all slabs clean and be your bestie when needed.
What do you mean, Pages, Martha? I'm with TikTok. I really stuck up for Scotty, and that's what pisses me off. And I done it because it was the right thing to do.
Do you know what my mod said? I don't think you get it. I'm not going to name them because they don't like to be named, because they're not, like, most of my mods don't actually go live, but they're known in the comments, right? My mods, who are the ones that Alicia, I don't have to even say names, you know, the ones in both our lives that will block, even if we say no, right? Certain ones and stuff like that. Like, they said about Scotty, and because the one thing they said was like, Paige and Alicia said, like, no, like him. Like he's a good person, like...
And I felt bad for him, they all, because they have a black mentality.
You remember our phone call? Me and you about Scotty, when we were like, look, we was both like, I was like, we agree the same. We were like, forget about all the bullshit and little things like that, yeah? Vulnerabilities, and like, not that he's a vulnerable adult, but you can tell that he was used.
And this was just after he had Angie and Linz and that saying Scotty's slow continually.
Yeah. And that was just after they've been horrible to us, I'm saying, though. And not once, because the worst thing is, he's, for instance, can I just say one thing?
Fell out Page, because I went into her live. She did a live.
No, but you're forgetting, though, this is an annoying thing, Alicia. You're forgetting that they kind of used you as a scapegoat through me as well to fall out, because I'd fall out with Baby and that little bit before that, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Remember? And they would for excuse.
Because she was shaking her ass on
Yeah, and not admitting it. Like, I would shake it for a money gun and a bottle of wine, but you was lying and had a boyfriend. Like, there's a difference, yeah? And then you got annoyed with me and then lied about us. So there were scapegoats. They were they didn't like you anyway because you're pretty, you're clouted, and you obviously because you're my friend and that was their little friend. It was kind of like two birds, one stone. Like, do you think I'm stupid? Don't ever sit there and think... Donkeys, I will tell them to come to, like, do you know what, a debate, in terms of not a debate on this situation, us. Tell them to come in real life, cameras or no cameras, yeah? No swearing, no real cusses, but just real talking, and I will fucking talk them and educate them under the fucking table. They have not one brain cell between them.
They've got a lot to say, but they're not saying...
Yeah, but they're no, do you know what they are, Alicia? They were me before I went to uni, because I think I'm better than them, but no, I was the raggedy ghetto loud bitch, yeah, because I was like, oh, my trauma defines me. It's my character, and it's not fair, so I'm going to act out. Motherfucker. And then I realised when I went uni, bitch, everyone be going through the same shit. So I learned to have to act a certain way. They are me pre then, so I have no, like, there's no sympathy. There's a difference. You've seen me, even to Kazai, certain people I will talk to, but people like that, Rebecca, Baby A, when you're weaponising stuff, like the Bailey thing, same way, like, I've been through the depths of the depths. Alicia, you've gone through worse than me, respectfully, yeah? But then you've seen me on the phone and on this internet be more raw than you've even displayed, and I've gone through less. Like, let's be real, not to compare, but in terms of, like, you know, real life trauma and grief, in that sense, I've gone through less, and you've seen me at my worst and worst, but yet at the same time, we've not acted like these fucking stupid bitches, and that's my problem. No bitch that was on my stage sending me fucking money from your own bitch bank account, bitch, because whether you want to talk about universal credits, whether you want to talk about you're not in real life, we all on the same page. You are not bigger than me, same as vice versa. None of you little cunts that could ever have sent me or Alicia money, backed us, sent us big 1K plus gifts, talking about in the comments, Rebecca. I've still got the screenshot with my phone when I can afford to fix it. You're done. I love you, Paigey. You're an inspiration. A week before you decided that Baby A was in your ear because she was swearing Shep's mod, you done. Sorry, 10% battery. And you dunce bitch. A week.
I'm going to play Sarah in Canadian Angie's because I left.
I'm really nearly done. So my point is, you're a hypocrite. Okay, do you understand? That is my point. You're a hypocrite, and what you all guys don't stand on is piss, because what you can never do is chat shit with the same shit that you're chatting. We will sit there and troll. None of us that have been in Angie's, even me and Alicia and stuff, we will call shit out, but we don't sit there and cry. We don't sit there and get gifts or our followers or anything else or people because we're like, oh, boo-hoo us. We troll, we sit there and do this and we'll call shit out, yeah? You bitches make it everything, and because we don't want to make it our personality is a problem. You only like bitches that are, you're an ally when they're brown and they're your friends. You're an ally when they've been through DV and they're your friends, because anyone else that you were sending money to in comments saying that you loved us, you little fans.
Or you're an ally when it's black people but not Syrians, just saying.
Not even black people, no, because you're forgetting black people to the Miss Gems, but not black because I'm an Uncle Tom. So only certain people ally to Baby A, but not ally to Alicia. Yeah, do you know what I mean? You pick and choose, you dumb bitches, but none of you stand on shit in real life, okay? And if you wanted to go degree for degree, all of you would sit there and shit your pants. Okay, go Alicia.
Right, I'm going to play Sarah's thing because I left. After I left Canadian Angie's box, I went back and I said to her, I found the reason why I posted your face. And the reason I posted a picture of her face is because Rebecca had said that I looked like a ferret, and Canadian Angie was laughing about it and cracking jokes about it. I found the video. So I went back in to say that, and then I left. Sarah went in the box. I find Sarah the most boring person on earth. She just speaks. She speaks well, but she is boring as fuck. So I left because I didn't want to hear it. It's a fucking echo chamber of bullshit. So I haven't heard this yet.
Angels.
Yeah.
That's.
Hang on, let me get to when she's in the box.
Lauren keeps saying, we championed this because of you on your behalf. And she says, I don't want you to. She said.
Where is she? There's Scotty.
Yeah, you're going to have to jump down though, Scotty.
Yeah, I'm going to jump down. That's
this
okay,
is
back
last
off a second
night.
to tell you. Sarah.
That's Sarah. It's that Sarah. Oh, I think I let in the wrong person.
Oh.
Yeah, OMG, I wouldn't ever just post a woman's face. And like I said, I'm not going to clap back like this for a week. I'm going to be kind and nice. Otherwise, I would have put the picture back up. But I'm going to be nice. And then when they come at me saying, well, you're the worst person on the app, I'll say, well, you've said this and this, and I haven't said anything.
That's Sarah. She's Australian.
Hold on. Sorry.
My name's Daniel.
My name is I don't want to talk anymore. Wow.
Who's it?
What are you on about, Paige's Martha? Right, about what, Geneva Giraffe? Paige's Martha, what are you on about? Yeah, it was the ferret thing, Geneva, yeah. Because I want to know if you're speaking to me saying that.
Hey, what?
Paige's Martha is saying, sold out, I'm done with this app. Where is this? Sold out to what?
Was there my Martha?
Oh, no, not me. Okay, sorry, I thought you was coming at me. I was about to kick off!
Who went to an agency? Sorry, I went and my oldest child has been very... You think it's the young ones?
All right, I'm going to play this.
Hi, Sarah.
There she is. Hi, Angie. Hi, everyone. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Charlie.
So they've put Sarah up as the spokesperson because she speaks well, because the rest of them speak and say fuck all.
I just wanted to join the box quickly because I'm part of that group that Alicia keeps referring to as child doctors
Who's Alicia? And they are child doctors.
across the app. So I just wanted to get a few of these points clear that she just came up and retwisted yet again. She has this way of accelerating words. She uses words to incite hatred or baiting, people. The reason we fell out, even if I agreed with her in principle, we fell out because she did come up and she said that the S word is open for interpretation and that the racist aspect of that particular argument of the day was more important.
I never said that. When Zach said bum the
That was
end,
me.
and then he was using the S slur towards the disabled community, I said the thing is with the S word, it can be open to interpretation in the fact that someone could say, well, I didn't know it was that offensive. I used it to describe them as stupid. It's really
And then I went on to say
what I was saying.
And then I went on, you know how she blamed Alicia, then I went on in the comments to say that people need to stop whinging or comparing on doing, I said, oppression wars with ableism and racism when there is intersectionality, I put in the comments, and there are people that can like intertwine with both, so you can't compare. She's just sat there and said my comment, because I will own that, and I said that. I didn't say what she's saying, but I brought race into it, like they always like to try and say. She just tried to say that Alicia said that, plus twisting her other words as well. Okay, go on.
I never said any was worse than the other.
No, but I mentioned, no, but she said you brought up race.
Yeah,
that was me.
that's
That
what
was
I
me.
said.
I brought up race in that live.
That's the first
I shared it to you and said, come in, because what the fuck's happening?
Last night, Brangers. That's the first point debunked, whatever the word is. Paige, come back. Wait, we'll wait for Paigey to come back. No, don't block Cam, he's my friend. You can't block Camdy Man. Because I know because of the EQ thing.
Please don't block Camdy Man. We love him around here.
Yeah, I know, but it's because he's got us out with EQ, but he's friends with her, and that's absolutely fine. I can be friends with people that
someone in my Discord is EQ's mod. Like, we're not fucking pathetic.
Do you know what,
children.
Dame? This is a good point you raise. How can you fall out with someone who you haven't got a friendship with? That's true, because yes, I would chill with them on the app. However, they're not my friends. Do you know what I mean? Let me just message Cam and say, I've unblocked you. Numbers in here just doubled. Of course they did, because they think it's a drama, but it's just
Yes, borderline, it is you, but we don't care because we love you heavily. We don't care. We're grown adults. Everyone's allowed to indulge in what they want to indulge in. We love Camdy Man. We love everyone that's around. We can just not like certain people that they may like, but that's called adulthood. Like, does everyone like their managers and their co-workers? Do you like everyone that serves you in grouse? Let me know.
Paige's Martha, why do you hate this app?
I was just in the middle of my Monopoly game and I was just listening in. And then I just wanted to say, how can you say that you're falling out with someone when, I'll be honest, she even spoke about me and I don't actually know who she is. I have zero clue.
Yeah, I know this is what I'm saying, but
It's a really good debatable point, Dame.
because they watch me, like they...
No, but I mean to point out to them, because like you said, they want to talk about this, but let's highlight, like they're so intelligent. That's a very good debatable point. How can... They're all infected, like, okay, Alicia, you've maybe had interactions, but they don't know Dame.
I have no clue who this person is. I don't actually know what their profile picture is or anything.
Well, neither do
Someone
I.
showed
No,
me.
but she knew us all. Like, when I say, she spoke about our night out and everything. She knew so much. It was giving undercover. It was giving spy. I was really scared.
Yeah,
It's
because
giving...
this is what I'm saying. They watch a lot. So let me play the next bit. Hello, Zoe.
Hi. Just before you play that, Alicia, it's probably nothing personal. Half the problem is that with this pack, you end up guilty by association. So anyone who sits with Paige or Alicia will
Right, I got blocked
not
out.
be welcome.
Well, Sarah, I'm going to snog you.
No, because they'll be saying, "Oh, he's said that he's going to."
Dame, I gifted her 2 money guns. I gave Sarah
With
2...
consent, I will snog you. Okay?
Dame, can you explain to everyone how broke I am, though? And I gave Sarah 2 money guns. She still wouldn't even acknowledge me.
Sarah, I'll give you 1.5 money guns.
Right, let's play the rest.
People disputed it, and then she said, "I didn't say it. Other people said it. I'm just relying, passing it on." And she got really jack, and then she left and started up a live that went for like an hour and a half, where she whined about how dare anyone ever talk to her like that. But everyone sees the way she talks to everyone around the app. So sorry to go on. Just really quickly,
I give back the energy that I receive.
everything that she bases is on speculation and assumption because she doesn't talk to anyone on this.
By the way, before this, so this all started because Scotty got into a box and said that like they were playing a video where Rebecca said I had doxed her and she'd had to leave her home because she was in danger. She puts her fucking picture everywhere all over the app. So why are you lying? It's fucking ridiculous. What happened is you doxed me heavily and you come into Michelle's room chatting shit and you've been coming in rooms chatting shit. And I said, you work near yada yada. And she said, that's not the right place. This is the place where I work near, because she showed the fucking screenshot where she said it. And then she's saying, now they've twisted it. Oh, Alicia doxed me. She said my name. She said this. She said that. Bring your timestamps and your dates, because they'll be on your fucking
But you know it's called reflecting. But why are they whinging when they actually did? And I've got proof that they actually did not only dox me, but trying to, like I said yet again, make and really random stop to like actual real life.
They were calling up places where Paige was working alongside.
Alicia, they emailed. I've never actually probably told the story. Shall I tell the story quickly? Because and I'm not me. Alicia knows me way before racism was cool for a lot of people on this app. Me and Alicia.
1 minute and 20 seconds.
Okay, me and Lisa have been doing this, right? But when I'm not like a conspiracist, but when they've not fell out of us and Angie and it was all in the comments, I was doing a speech in my local area for a Free Palestine march. I wasn't getting paid or nothing. Them all kept saying, oh, we're going to make this sure people know, blah, blah, blah. Next week, a week after they was all saying this, them little group of people, an email was sent, and the person that got it sent it to me so I could see who wrote it and I could see the, the language. And they were like, Paigey baby, which is one thing, you dumb bitches. Making sure you're news from TikTok, because no one calls me that in real life. Paigey baby is not a person that can talk on racism. She doesn't like white people. She doesn't stand on business, another TikTok phrase. And she doesn't stand for the people that she claims to stand for, etc., etc. I'd be disappointed if you got her on your stage to talk. Which was very much clearly them and their little group, whatever, didn't work. But my point is, we haven't even done that. You're moaning about Alicia. No one's actually doxed you. The most we've done is, like, said little things that you've already put out yourself. Like, you bitches that are putting out your clapper, that are putting out your fucking addresses, that are putting out postcodes, baby A, that are running down your names. Like, anything that we repeat when I'm talking about Snapchat groups or postcodes, you dumb fucking yats, digital footprint, you've put it out there. We're not doxing you. We're repeating information you've put out there. You doing things like saying, oh, we're going to find where Hayley lives. Oh, Alicia's never been through DV. Let's put out her postcode where you think people are going to hurt her. Putting out things where I'm trying to protest for innocent children and humans, right? You're disgusting, because we're not actually going beyond TikTok. We can cuss you on TikTok. Our tongues hurt you that much. It hurts you that much. Our tongues hurt all of you that much, yeah? That you have to do this much off app. Because I promise you on God, and I know Alicia off this app, none of us have gone off this app yet and done we're going to do secret social service calls or blah, blah, blah. If anyone's in need, we're out there and we're open. We've never done this weird secret shit. More time, it's hard for us to find screen recordings because we're not freaks like you. We don't think beforehand unless you start yapping. Use lot other ones, and that's the worst thing. You can't say you stand on business for women, etc., but then only back women that you like, you dumb fucking idiots. Because Alicia stood up for all of you dumb bitches. Rebecca, baby A, all of you at one point when it comes to women. I've never heard you stand up for her after you've hated her.
Can I add to that bit? I think the weirdest thing about it is half of them lot would never be seen at a Palestine march. And for Paige to be, for them to send emails about a Palestine march, like, these lot would never even be seen. They don't stand on business when it comes to Palestine. So that's what is disgusting to even hear.
No one paid for it. No one went live, Dame. I didn't go live. There was no...
posts on TikTok don't mean that you're doing anything. Let me just play this. Is it this one?
Who comes in discount? I just want to clarify, Alicia is not posh. The house she lives in looks like fucking Frank Gallagher's.
Why are you looking up where I live? And then there's another video. I'll play the rest of this in a minute.
How does she know that?
That's what I mean. There's another video.
I'm your friend. We've met in real life, and I don't know what the fucking outside of your house... I know what we've been with FaceTime, but I don't know what the outside of your house looks like, and I'm your real life friend. That's fucking weird, Alicia.
I do, and I've been outside Alicia's house, and Alicia's house is nice. So you're like...
Oh, I live in a shithole. I live on a council estate, like...
But it doesn't... It's not...
No, but Dame, I'm saying woman to woman, I'm saying. Me and Alicia are cool on the app, yeah, but I'm saying if I've not even... Like, everyone knows I'm crazy and I'm obsessive, I love her, but if she's my actual friend, and we're not that close, but we're still friends, how does she know before me, someone that hates her, how the fuck does she know what Alicia's front house looks like?
And secondly, I don't think you should be speaking about the way people's homes look. That's just weird. And your
face is council estate. That's
a classist system on someone's home. That's someone's home. They've worked hard for. They've tried to make sure it's beautiful for their kids. why on earth are you looking at people's homes?
Right, so this...
I don't go past someone's house and be like,
they've
that
gone on
person's a
Google Maps
council
and
house.
looked up my old address.
It's weird.
And to see where I live. But this is a different video. Just listen to what she says in this. I think
That's all I'm saying. Yeah, your ex has been in my inbox.
So did you hear that, what she said? Listen.
Yeah, your ex has been in my inbox.
Wait, hold on. Let's just slow it down. Was that a victim survivor? Was that a survivor of women?
How do you know that this person that's allegedly my ex is not?
No, but I'm saying you're talking about ex as a man, yeah, Alicia.
Yeah.
But you're talking about a woman that's meant to stand for women. I'm saying, is she bragging to a woman, a survivor, that an ex that has maybe potentially been toxic? Is she bragging in your face that he's been in your DMs, but she's for women that are survivors?
Yeah, and then one of them, I'll play the rest because one of them goes on to threaten me.
Yeah.
Shut the fucking door about get out of here. What?
So I'll tell you what, fucking Felicia, yeah? Shut the fuck up. Because I tell you what it is, I'd have paid more to give you a fucking slap kit. John.
I would have paid more to give you a fucking slap kit. I don't know what the fuck she's on about. But anyway, let's go back to this one.
Okay, I said posh wannabe. We see your B&M stuff, honey. Relax.
And you know, just because I speak well, it doesn't mean that I'm making out like I live in a mansion. Like I've never said that.
What's wrong with shopping at B&M?
Well,
that's the question.
exactly.
Because I love B&M.
Oh,
that's like saying you can't.
listen, sorry, I am ghetto. I am council estate, and Rebecca beat me respectfully, bitch. You could never at least I can still hold her own.
Paige, it's because I speak the way I speak. This is how I speak. This is where I come from. This is how my family speak.
No, but she also doesn't get that you've got everyone around you. Like, you see, if it was vice versa, like if it was me right now, for instance, yeah, you, Tora, and everyone else would be my forefront. You all know that I can handle it, yeah. But you guys would be the ones in front, right? People at heart don't realise, because when you're a bad mind, it's not about being a survivor or a woman. You're a bad mind bitch. At least you've got people that will ride for you because we love you, yeah? And vice versa. And these people don't understand that or get it. You're trying to convince a crowd that has been way over. Like, you don't need to convince us, because before the clout, before you was Rebecca Exposed 4K bitch, before anyone even knew who I was, before Mrs. etc., before Dane was doing box battles, before any of us were anyone, we fucking knew Alicia, right? And for who she was. So what you're doing, you dunce bitches, is you're being hypocritical.
All right, let's finish. So they've just cussed out B&M.
But can I just add to that bit? You're not, when you're saying this B&M stuff, this council estate stuff, and all of this, you're not just coming at Alicia. You're coming at majority of her viewers, your viewers, bloody Canadian Angie's viewers, because a lot of them have come from that, or have someone that's around them that have come through that.
And Dame, I still am that.
Exactly, so it's disgusting for you to anyone that...
If we really deep it, they are still that.
No, but the thing is, but these two, they say they got money and that they're rich or they're da-da-da. You see, I've gone out and I've met these two multiple times, like, yeah, do you know, like, out of all people that have not got money and that made me feel the type of way about money, you see these two, right, have never made me feel like, and everyone knows, I'm a B&M, right? I'm a, yeah, got big fridge, can't fit it sometimes kind of girl, right? I'm a very open, honest person, yeah, as a joking thing, but Rebecca has made me feel the type of way and called it out on a public platform. Do you think these two ever have?
But anyone that supports her and is from a council estate or shops in these shops in stores that are low cost, cheaper, you need to question yourself and see what you're actually supporting, because that person is clearly feels like they are inferior to anyone else that is living in council estates and shopping in low cost places.
Imagine that big influencers are doing B&M hauls, but Rebecca is above us.
They think that I think I'm above them because I speak how I speak. I'm sorry, I don't have an accent. I'm not from up north. I'm not from, Wales, Bristol. This is just how I talk. This is how people in my area talk. So I apologise for that I pronounce my words properly and I speak properly and we have different accents. I'm sorry if that offends you. Let's carry on the video.
Accent drops. Your accent maybe is like sounds nice, you know, stereotypical. Yeah. She lives on the Chatsworth estate. So let's not sit here and pretend we're something we're not, Alicia, yeah? We're all council estate on here. So don't sit there with your nose, put yourself a spoon-fed cunt, because we've seen your gaff, yeah? And it's a shithole. Might be nice inside, but you live on an estate just like the rest of us. All right, love, just saying. So I'm not... But yeah, I'll dox your house and your address because I've got it. And we'll show people where
Right, so let's just rewind that bit.
it's a shithole. Might be
Just
nice
listen to
inside,
this.
but you live on an estate just like the rest of us. All right, love, just saying.
Oh, and by the way, the timestamp, the date was November the 24th. Okay, remember that because I'm waiting for them to come with the date on their screenshot that they were showing. So November the 24th, I've put it on the video.
So I'm not... But yeah, I'll dox your house and your address because I've got it. And we'll show people where you really live and where you're really from. And people can take their own judgment from that. And when you're looking down your nose on everyone else like you're fucking something, let me tell you now, you live in a...
Your inferiority complex is not my problem. It's not my responsibility. That is not my fault.
shithole just like the rest of us. So let's not sit there and pretend we're something and we're not, Alicia? Eh? Let's not, because you think I care about doxing you. I've sat there and watched you dox loads of people. Loads of fucking people.
Name
I'll
one.
dox your number and your address everywhere. Ring the fucking police, you little rat. Because I'm done with you. I don't know who the fuck you think you are, yeah? But I fucking tell you now, you're not who you think you are. You want to look down your nose at everyone, bully everyone. You think nothing will come to you.
Right, so everyone heard that. November the 24th. This then happened, I think, about a week after that. The stuff started coming out, or maybe after, I don't know. But regardless, that's what she said. She's been looking on Google Maps at my old address. She is saying she's got my number and this, that and the other. So yeah, she's got an inferiority complex quite clearly. Thank you, OMG, because...
You know what you say, right? I'm really confused with Alicia. This is why I don't get with these fucking dunce bitches, because she just said, did she not cuss out something about B&M earlier, yeah? But then she just said, Alicia, you think you're fucking big and bad, but you fucking live on the same fucking shithole as the rest of fucking us. So she's saying that she lives on a shithole, we're all council, like we all do B&M, but then she's cussing B&M.
Yeah, but they call me broken.
It wasn't.
That's what I mean, I don't get it. Which one is
Noon,
it?
wasn't it, Zoe?
Yeah, it wasn't Rebecca that cussed B&M.
No, but there was all...
But it was someone on their
Stop a minute,
platform.
I shop at B&M. None of them said that. And by the way, all they can see is my kitchen. And I've got a plant there from IKEA, okay? And it's a Fedka.
Fedka.
I'll buy you one. They're about £3.
What, buy me one first?
No.
Oh, Rebecca, you bitch.
Right, so that was just showing that. So this just debunks all the shit Sarah's saying. But no one wants to look at the videos I post. They just want to make stuff up. Who the fuck is the squirting psychic? And let's go back to Sarah.
This side, she doesn't message anyone. She just goes on lives and says, oh, I have a message from someone. Oh, I got a screen record.
Why on earth would I message someone who sat there speaking about the way I look, speaking about my grandmother, speaking about my children, my mothering, speaking about all of these things? Why the fuck would I message them? Is it Michelle? No, it's Shell.
From someone. She doesn't back it up. She never shows proof. And then she'll say, oh, well, the reason Rebecca did that, or the reason those people from that
I've literally posted everything. There's so many videos I've posted.
group did that was, and she'll make up an hour and a half explanation, but she hasn't spoken to any of us. So that's assumption. It's speculation. Yeah. And it's inciting hatred because her ego was bruised that someone stood up to her and said, no, we don't agree with you. And instead of just saying the next day, listen, I've thought about it, and it is both important. I'm sorry, I was wrong. We will move on. She didn't. She went out of her way to spend the last 4 months going around this app while Rebecca hasn't been on it to do anything and everything.
And you know this whole narrative about Rebecca has not been on the app? Rebecca's been in comments, and that's why her name's been mentioned, because she comes into comments and starts running her mouth. So I call her a child doxer. She hasn't not been on this app. She just hasn't been going live because I've told everyone that she's a child doxer. and she's got nothing to back what she's saying. So they've obviously gone away, put their heads together and come up with this new story that they've got with this one screenshot with no fucking date on it or time or anything. And this is the story they've come up with. This is my just my take on things. I might not be right. I probably am, because they're very easy people to read, in my opinion. Oh yeah, she went into Pearl's and I messaged Pearl and I was like, she's a child doxer, and I sent Pearl the video and Pearl kicked her out the box. How are you going to sit there and you're saying to me, why are you sitting around Pearl? Why are you doing this? All the shit that you've said. Why do you want to sit on Pearl's platform for?
Can we talk about the fact that Pearl admitted that her and Rebecca had been speaking off app for about 7 months?
Can we admit this is the same person that Rebecca 1 minute was an ally for and then told me when she was against me, stop talking about Pearl, but Pearl, her own self, apologised to me and we both called her quits. But Rebecca decided to keep talking her name when we said, you know what I mean, keep it stepping.
I'm going to ask Pearl about that, Zoe, because I do speak to Pearl. I get on with Pearl. Pearl got dragged. I dragged Pearl. I can't forgive someone for saying something that was racist. The second time, 100%, yes, it was. I cannot forgive for that because it's not my place to forgive. But I get along with Pearl and no one's going to tell me shit.
You know what annoys me though? Like, you know me as someone like who gives my time for free. That's educated a lot of people, and as someone that's experienced racism, what I've learned, and at least everyone that's taught me a lot, like I was given too much. Don't no one fucking tell me whether I want to have a conversation, a situation, whatever. None of you tell me jack shit, especially when I'm doing it in real life. I promise you, like, stop telling us people that stand on business what to do and how to do.
Paige, I'm not going to be best friends or, you know, any of
I mean, the conversation you have, I can have with her, and it took me a longer time because I'm affected by it. That's the difference. Because that's the privilege, and you've admitted that, for instance, a privilege is not a bad thing. So your privilege is that you can see past certain things, not as in like the racism, but because it just
don't hurt
because
me,
it weren't against you, for instance, you can see in the bigger picture. It took me a longer time to see a bigger picture because of my personal grievances.
But it was like every line.
I see it now. But like I said, I said to her, my biggest grievance with her, it weren't even just necessarily the racism stuff. It was when the personal stuff that she sent to me, and then she apologized. Remember, and that's when I was like, I will stop being petty, because respectfully, I'm an educated person. I don't need to. I've been around real racists. Like I can sit there and talk to people, but I was being petty with her because of a personal thing. Me and her spoke that time on Top Girls or whoever it was. Eventually, and it was done. Yeah. So when people like use it though, that's really bad.
Every live Paige was going in, people were going at her from Pearl's community, and then people were going back from Paige's community. It was just too much. So that's why I was like, this needs to be like,
yeah, like the bigger picture. And especially when I had conversations, like I went up on Pearl's live not long after to do it. It was to do with racism, but to do with women, right? And the one thing, like I said, I don't care what anyone says. You lot say people don't stand on business. Like, I've been talking to real life people that don't, like, want to unalive me because of the colour of my skin for research purposes, yeah? Most of you don't stand on piss. Respectfully, it's not your fault. It's cool. But you can't question me. People like me, Alicia, and like us lot, you can't... Do you know what I mean? Like, you can have your opinions, but you can't question us. So when it comes to certain conversations, like... we're allowed to talk to whoever we want to because we stand on business on the majority of stuff. I've seen Alicia, even though people like EQ or Angie have cussed that out, in the past 2 weeks I've seen Alicia at one point stand up for them both in terms of women's safety. And I can't say the same for the other side.
Okay, as well, off subject quickly again, I saw a recording where Angie was talking about the stuff with bloody Zach. And Angie was saying, do you know what, I can't feel sympathy because of the grievance between me and her, which is fine, that's up to her. But when Frankie said what he said to Angie, I fired up alive. I didn't have a very big platform, but people saw it. And I stood by the right thing, what I thought was right, what is right. And I got shit for it, but I would have done it. I'll do it again. If a man said that to Angie again, I'd still say the same thing again because it's not right, she's a woman. Anyway, back to Australian Sarah.
Every comment section she's ever in to refer to child doxing, to speak bad on their name. She keeps, her and Hayley Comet are very good at saying, oh, they like, start up 6-hour lives. That's not true. We haven't been on lives for 4 months. I think we've had 3 in 4 months or 4. They don't go for that amount of time. But Alicia is on lives 5 or 6 times a day where she goes, oh, I heard this in another one. But when you hear what she says, she changes the words. And to make it relevant was the classic example of what she said about Zach, and literally the next minute when she started up her own live said, he just said he punched me in the face.
I never said that. I posted the video. You can see what it says. So how can I change the words of what was said? He said he'll booyaka me and done punching motions. He said I would love to. Sorry, he said I would love to booyaka her and did punching motions.
And then he said in the throat.
And can we also just address the fact that imagine being friends with someone but not knowing how to say her name?
Yeah, I know. They're so close with me. We were such good friends, but they call me Alicia.
They were not the words he used. Mm-hmm. But she wanted to incite the whole app yesterday to get in.
These lot are all very much anti-DV as well. Let's just remember this. But they're saying that a man doing punching motions saying he wants to booyaka me in the face is okay. Just remember that.
And he said throat so clearly as well. I kept putting in the comments. I got muted.
Between her and Zach because of ego, and she wanted the whole app to take her side. Her and Hayley spent hours saying...
I didn't ask anyone to speak on it. I didn't say to anyone to take my side. I said what I thought. I said how I felt. And then we held, people were coming in speaking about DV. That's how it went. So what are you lying for? And why are you watching me when you're blocked?
I want everyone...
Imagine going out of your way to watch me on a fake account.
To stand with us. If you don't stand with us, I'm banning you and don't you speak, and how dare...
And it's our prerogative. If people are saying that Zach has done nothing wrong, I would rather them not be around me. So if I want to block someone for not wanting to stand for women when there's a femicide happening, which is a real thing, when it's a real life problem and 3 women a week are losing their lives and people are laughing and saying it's okay that a man's doing punch emotions towards a woman, I don't want them around me and I will fucking block them.
You and I will not tolerate, and we will not tolerate. They're not the gatekeeper of TikTok. They are a good example of poor behaviour, exactly. But they're not the gatekeepers.
I agree.
So to hijack such a serious issue yesterday, which was domestic violence and women victims, and to try to twist that into being that's what Zach did to Alicia, I find personally really offensive, because that was a personal issue. Domestic violence.
He done punching motions. The video's on my page. Everyone can go and see it to refresh their memories. It's on my page. He done punching motions.
Violence is like an interpersonal relationship. They don't have an interpersonal relationship.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And I didn't say what Zach did means that he's a DV perpetrator either, by the way. But it opened up a whole discussion about male violence upon women. You thick cunt.
Although I'm not saying what he said is right or wrong, because as far as I'm concerned, that's not the point. The point at the moment is to twist something because she was personally offended, and to go to all the bigger creators that she knows to try and band everyone together.
And I didn't go to anyone to ask them to speak for me or speak about it. I was on my own live and Miss Red wanted me in her live and I wasn't going to go, and then I went. I never messaged her. I never messaged Luke. I never messaged any of the bigger creators I know to say,
can we also just say that Hayley Comet, Miss Red, Luke, Alex, they're all your friends and you speak to them normally, so why wouldn't they
I
come and
speak to them on a regular basis, and I never messaged them to say anything.
Very weird.
Obviously Red was going live and she had her own issues previously, so I wouldn't have put it on her anyway. And I just don't ask people to speak on things.
It's because you're not a bag. They expect us all to have certain things, or that you're not a bag. You can have people and have friends with platforms, but you're not a bag.
I'd never be like, you must.
You're not in comments as a survivor in people like Angie's live saying playlists of someone else and docs Alicia, and you're not a hypocrite or a bag.
And I just, if he had done it to any one person on this app, I would have said the same thing, because he did punching motions.
And to keep saying this is about women and domestic violence, this is what he says about women.
I said it's about male on female violence. And then obviously people spoke about their own experiences, and people have been through that. And it's triggering for people when a man threatens to hit a woman.
Wasn't. It's one comment he made about one person, which is her.
Exactly.
So she's now had the whole app 4 days saying how distressing it is that these sort of topics are talked with such frivolous attitudes, because 1 minute they want to be serious, 1 minute they're having the nerve to say, we are representing every woman on TikTok.
No one's ever said that. I represent myself. I speak from my own experiences, and that's it.
Well, as one of the women, we don't want you to represent us. We don't ask you to represent us.
Can you pause for a second? Can we also say there's 2.1 million users on TikTok, so unfortunately she didn't have the whole app.
My opinion, this is what happened last year with the racial issue. There was the racial issue blew up. Then the people involved said, I don't want it to go any further. I don't want to sort it out myself. Paige took it on herself to make that the thing that went on for months. We all...
Can I have a pause here? Because this is guilt by association. You lot are so up Alicia's hoo-ha, foo-fa, tuntun, yeah? That Paigey, I just made it a racial issue. Just me, on my own. Because I've met Alicia in real life. Because normally it's Torian that gets to blame Alicia, is it not? For so much stuff.
Yeah.
Torian's bad. Oh, but the one time when I've met you in real life, and it's Australian Sarah, who none of us fucking know, all of a sudden it's Paigey. And this is why they wouldn't let me in, by the way. So I wanted to come in from here. Didn't want to come in before. I was just commenting, making a little bit of fun, but crypto, don't start, we're having pause moments. Because they said that I'd met you, some of the comments were like, oh, they've met in real life. Paige is just back in.
That?
In the comments, yeah, but I'm not a freak. At least, my phone's all broken. It's really hard for me to screenshot and stuff. Like, they were all Canadian, they all had Canadian names and stuff, and they were like, oh, they'd met in real life. Like, they were all backing each other. Like, listen, carry on.
Saw what happened with that. So many times she was begged by Laura.
Can I just say as well that Paige did not start a racial issue. There were racist things being said across this app in the comments and on live streams, okay? So Paige did not start racial issues out of thin air. And you was all happy to sit by her side and sit with Torian and back it all, giving out like, I'm an ally, yeah. And now all of a sudden it's a problem.
Don't speak on my behalf. I never asked you to, and Paige and Alicia and Torian kept saying, we championed this because of...
Charlie, leave Amy alone, please.
You on your behalf. And she says, I don't want you to. She said it in here how many times? I don't want them to. I didn't ask them to. Yeah. So last year it was a racial issue.
So now they're saying that Laura said... I didn't want them to. I didn't ask them to. Let me tell you something about Laura. I've never followed her, never had a conversation with her. I obviously was sat with Paige and Torian and had an opinion on things and backed things and explained things to people that couldn't get their tiny little minds around it. I was sat in here one day. G Crew was in here. She come into my live. Never been in my live. Never spoken to the woman. Laura come into my live and started chatting shit to me about G Crew being in my box. Like it's got anything the fuck to do with her, who is in my box. So all this, I didn't ask them to. Every time something happens to you, racially, you want everybody to speak on it, and everybody...
She literally asked me and Torian.
There you go.
She physically, I will pay and I'm broke, I will pay £120 to get my phone fixed. I promise you, on my birthday, just for extra clout and views, because you bitch. I'm sick of the sheep and the bullshit. I'm sick of it. I will dox, you literally did ask me. Your mods was in group chats, was we not? Was we not? With you and your mods, me, you and T and stuff. Remember we was talking about when you was cussing out certain people, etc., etc. And then after everything that I'd done and got racial abuse and put towards all of us, you moaned because I had done a battle with Dave Duran because you thought he stole your fucking sheep.
Fuck your sheep.
Your fucking sheep. You probably just got stoned like the rest of us and fucking left the gate open, bitch. Respect or I had two Mackies.
Charlie,
you tried to say I just done a business to brace them because of sheep. Alicia, I'm going to mute for 35 minutes.
Right, stop all the fucking about in the comments.
It is also Eid soon, so I could do with a sheep.
Well, but when stuff's happened to her, racist stuff, she wants people to speak on it, rightfully so, and people do speak on it. So don't sit there saying, I never asked them, because you didn't fucking tell them to stop, did you? If you didn't ask them to.
This year going to be about domestic violence and turning what is an interpersonal one-on-one thing into being thousands of people across.
So on that note, if I'm walking down the street, no, do you know what? That's not even if it's a thing that's one-on-one, that's interpersonal. It doesn't matter to anyone else. If a man's threatening to hurt a woman, put his hands on a woman, it doesn't matter, is what she's saying. It does not matter because it was just between me and Zach. So it doesn't matter. And it wasn't just me, by the way. He said, I'll booyaka them all in the face. And he said it continuously since. And if the geezer had just said, you know what, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. That's a bit far. It probably would have been all right. But he didn't. He started crying. And he started saying, I'm having a mental health episode. And he started saying that everyone else is a problem and everyone's a tramp. And that is why things escalated how they did. Nobody asked no one to speak on it.
But doesn't that invalidate anyone who's experienced any type of violence, because it's always just between the two individuals in the first place?
Well, she's saying interpersonal, which I believe, I might be wrong, but I believe it means like I don't know him in person. So does that mean any man who threatens violence on a woman, if it's on a one-to-one basis, but they don't know each other in real life, that's all right, we just ignore that because that's interpersonal. And
this is what I mean. It just invalidates everyone.
Alicia, are you saying that they're saying I can pull up if I don't know them?
No,
like,
you can't. It has to be interpersonal, so you don't actually.
No, if I don't know them personally, like intersectionality of people, them you can pull up.
Oh, apparently so.
Oh. Last year it was a racial issue. Is this year going to be about domestic violence and turning what is an interpersonal one-on-one thing into being thousands of people across the app being triggered because the ego of creators is what is out of control?
I wasn't allowed to be triggered, but everyone else can be. That's fine because of me.
It's the ego of not all creators. Please don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. It's the ego of the creators on this app that has actually sullied the whole thing, that has dragged it down. 12 months ago, they were asking, why is it changing? What's going wrong? People told them, we don't like the way that,
So on that note, if you're going to say that, you should speak about what EQ did to Talia in regards to DV, because if there's this big bad abuser, why are you putting a woman out there like that? But we're not going to do that because they like EQ now, which is fine.
Disregard.
The Denny and Rickster thing was the same. It was interpersonal. He said disgusting things to her. The way he spoke to her was not acceptable. But that's different because it's not me. Okay. I'd like to know their viewpoint on the Denny and Rickster situation, actually. I don't know if they've spoken on it.
What people share with you, but when it's your problem, everyone has to listen. We're not benefiting money. People come in here and they give a personal opinion or an account of their life and have their trauma thrown back at them. And Alicia's been doing that continuously. Listen to what she says. She can't stay on topic. She has to always attack people ad hominem, which means she has to attack them personally. It's always about your looks, or you're not as intelligent, or none of you have the intellect.
I do always say that they haven't got the intellect because they haven't. It's true. No lies were told. But the only time I go at their looks is when they go at mine.
I have. Yes, I am so much bigger and better than you. And the whole issue of this thing where she screams about the moral compass of the app is yet another example of how she accelerates sins. So Rebecca made a comment by saying, I have my morals, you have yours, believe what you want, but, agree to disagree. And she turned that into, because they've got bigger morals than ours, they've got better morals than ours.
Because that's what they say all the fucking time.
But,
They literally sit there screaming that their beliefs basically are more than mine and I'm a sewer rat.
I was so mad last night now.
Sit on the mountain of morals. They're the moral, the police of the app. So just by seeing how it escalates and escalates, it's by the choice. And that is the thing, the choice of the words that she uses. And other people in that group also. Because if she had just stopped talking to Angie in March last year, after, all those months that Alex and her dragged the app down, if she just stopped talking to Angie last year, it all would have stopped. Thousands.
Why should I? I was going in Angie's live. What the fuck has that got to do with anything? She was doing debates. I was going in. She's doing debates on Palestine. That's how it all started. over Palestine because the stuff she said about Palestine was disgusting. And then it just went on and on and on. But I suppose that's all my fault as well, because Angie is a beacon of what? A beacon of what, Paige? A beacon of
A beacon of light, morality, and anti-racism.
So people wouldn't have been dragged back and forward through this day after day, week after week, month after month.
So that's my
that's
fault.
the problem. Until creators decide.
And you know, when I've minded my business, it's come back. Hayley's probably going to tell me off for doing this. I forgot what I was saying now. Hayley Comet's name through me because she's famous.
What are you doing?
We dissected last night.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, Hayley, shall I tell you what she's doing? Stealing my segment. She said she was folding clothes, Hayley. I wanted to come on. I'm banned on my main. No, I'm not banned on my main. I'm doing my birthday, but I'm trying to be good. I was like, Alicia, let me just use a bit of your clout. Yeah, you go on mute. Let me breathe, because you won't. And she was like, yeah. Oh, look.
I would listen to Sarah. Who the fuck is Sarah, man?
Do you know why I can't stand Sarah, Hallie? Because she talks out of her fucking arsehole, and it's like, you know Joy from You crazy cunt? Imagine Joy from You that stalks women and fucking unalives them, then whinging about fucking sitting there protecting women.
Right, everyone calm down.
No, I won't calm down. Because
I'd be like, hello.
Hayley,
Hello, Sarah. Sarah, I've been going on with this group.
Thank you. Hallie's the only one that can do the accent.
Silence.
Right. When I come out of the box last night, I went back into the comments to say this is the reason I posted a picture of you to Canadian Angie, and then I left. I didn't watch it, so I haven't seen what Sarah said. So I'm playing it now. So this is like a reaction live. You don't have to stay if you don't want to. It's fine.
They are not going to let people who behave like that in and out of their room just to incite conflict for entertainment, for gifts, or for views. This app is never going to change. And in a way, that's the way that the creators just underestimate the intelligence of the majority of people who use this app. A lot of people came to this app. Scotty said it yesterday very well. A lot of people came to this app to get away from real life. Now a lot of people are just going, time off TikTok to get away from what goes on.
Only the pussies.
Yeah. We, as it turned out, as a collective, several of us just haven't been on the app for 4 months because we have real lives, we have families. Good. And it doesn't bother us, but it bothers us that this Alicia thinks that she can just spend that time, which is it's a really cowardly, cunning way to go, well, I know Rebecca's not off the app, so I'm just going to go around and talk dirt on her.
Rebecca's a child doctor.
So she did say that she...
I love your cunning ways. That's why I made friends with you, because you're so cunning. I love that word.
Her name's a cunning Alicia.
You're very cunning.
And gave the information, so I'm glad that that's sort of been cleared up, because if he's saying, she docs him, he docs her, whatever. Yeah. So, but she keeps blaming everyone else.
So my timestamp was November the 24th, and you lot, I know you're listening because you're weird. I want your timestamp for your screenshot that you've got, please, immediately.
If everything that escalates, if you look back as a creator, if you've had any problems in the last 12 months, and this is why she's paid off with me, because this is what I brought up previously. If you look back, she's been involved, and it usually comes from, hi, I've just turned up, I've been in another live, tell me what's happened. She only hears little bits and pieces, then she goes to the next live, and then she goes, oh, I just heard, but doesn't use the right
I'm a box hopper.
words. And then when you say, listen, you said that wrong.
Hayley, why have you broke up with Irene?
Because she got me pregnant and then left me. And then she actually said she's going to unfollow me because she'd been messaging me for days and I don't reply. But she's never messaged me once. And she goes, follow me back. I said, no, because then you'll stop messaging me. I just wanted her to come in once a week, make me feel good about myself and leave. But she was just so full on all the time.
Irene is a national treasure.
I said to her, rose of red, violets of blue. It's not me, it's definitely you.
Hayley, I feel like this is the same situation as what I had with Janice.
It's literally, she in the comments completely, she goes, I've been speaking out live, Hayley's not even acknowledged me once. I'm like, Irene, fucking calm down. We've been together 2 minutes.
It in every live.
Yeah, and do you know what I mean? I always say, hello, Irene. I made an emote for us today, Kiki did, saying, everyone say hello to Irene. It just, nothing's enough for her. I'm never having another girlfriend. I'm raising this baby.
Okay, I'm carrying on with this now anyway. Bye, Irene.
Was said, she'll say, well, show me the proof, but never yet has anyone on this app seen any proof about this doxing incident.
I don't understand. Do they want me to show the address? I don't get what they want. I've posted what I've posted. I've shown things. I've put things on my stories. I've put all this stuff. I've put the threats they've done to me. I've put where they're talking about kids, family members, this, that and the other. What more do they want from me? Do they want blood?
Can put a few stickers over
Michelle, stop gifting us. We're not going to be best friends because that's a small badge account.
everything else. But for this one where she's wrong, she can't show anything, but she can slander someone for 4 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Thank you for listening. It's just enough is enough. We're a lot of, I'm decades older than her. I don't have to put up with someone of that age group talking to me like that. So I understand why Maddie gets upset when Taurine comes in.
Maddie told me to look after my kids at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's on this video. And I said, do you want me to wake them up and look after them? And she was like, look after your kids.
And she is so rude.
I'll play it in a minute.
Yeah. Well, you know me, Sarah.
I want to play the end of when I was in there because it was really funny. They were getting really angry.
I mean, I normally keep really quiet and don't say anything. I just sort of join
Right,
in
so
and
fuck
have
all
a
these.
laugh.
Let's go back to when I was in the box when they were furious.
Kids on live, it's not my content. I have pictures and video.
Me, Maddie.
Oh, whoever. Maddie's top. You came in here to discuss the Rebecca situation. I jumped over to the Broccoli and Delusa situation. And you're saying you didn't take part of it, and if you're sitting with the people that were doing it, but you didn't take any part in it, you blocked the broccoli emoji from your chat, you didn't do...
This bit's boring. I just want Maddie telling me
what you're saying, because you're saying that I said something, so hold on. When all that stuff was happening, and you're saying, I can't help what my friends did, and blah-de-blah-de, whatever you just said, that's fine, you can't help what your friends do, but you sit with them. But I also do recall that you taking part in the laughing, the mocking, and making fun of her. You did do that. So you can't blame that on
I've said to her myself, I don't need a gang of people to back me. And if we're going to do this, then shall we say to you, okay, well then you're complicit in Evil Queen saying to Hayley Comet, you're executing in the face with your claim.
Don't go bringing Evil Queen and Hayley.
You're bringing everyone else into it, so I'll bring your friends into it now.
Shit, you really
Are we complicit with Zach saying he wants to hit women?
Look at this.
Is that what we're doing here?
I
sorry, am I not allowed to deflect? Is it just everyone else that's allowed to deflect? Sorry, okay, I'll be quiet. Sorry. Deflect away.
No one's deflecting. I'm trying to answer your question.
Away.
No, you're right.
While we're here,
we
like
came
I
in
said
here.
earlier,
Summer.
it's not me. It's me, Maddie.
Whoever. Maddie's top. You came in here to discuss the Rebecca situation. I jumped over to the Broccoli and Delusa situation. And you're saying you didn't take part of it, and if you're sitting with the people that were doing it, but you didn't take any part in it, you blocked the broccoli emoji from your chat, you didn't do
Yes, I
anything.
did.
Blah, blah. I saw you sitting in fucking boxes mocking, saying her fucking mod looked like a Chernobyl victim. Don't sit here and try to con people.
It does.
You are extremely abusive. You're an abusive.
You can make out like what I say is the worst thing in the world.
Alicia,
it's not.
Alicia,
You're good at talking, and that's absolutely fine. I'll never stop. Never ever. I will never stop.
No, you jumped from.
I'll never stop.
I brought up.
This is a pointless thing. Are you telling me off?
No, listen to me. And if you're willing to take anything out of this, take what you want. Okay. So when you decided, and you don't even know why you did it, to go and start a live up about me that I was watching from the election. Just a minute. You did do the video. You did the live I was watching. So you don't know that I suffer from body dysphoria. You don't know that I went through anorexia. You don't know that in my domestic violence relationship I was told I was ugly every day. And then you go and do that. So to me, you are now my abuser.
Liar!
You called me a woman abuser yesterday after saying that I've been through domestic abuse. Why would you say that to a survivor?
Don't be fucking cocky.
Just because I don't sit on here and make my DP, my whole personality, it doesn't mean it didn't happen.
It's not all about you, what you
did. This isn't former fucking wars. I don't need to sit here and tell people what I've been through. I know what I've been through. I know who I am as a person.
I'm telling you, and you're not willing to.
This is an echo chamber. You just say and see what you want to say and see. I've come up, I've said, and the people with half a brain cell will know that what I'm saying is the truth. And I don't give a fuck what Rebecca says. I don't give a fuck what Scotty says. Scotty's a rat. This is an echo chamber. Paul and Daniel, you're the only decent people in this whole life. I swear to God. And you don't want to have a nice evening, everyone.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, somebody just muted me in the comments. That didn't work, Danielle. Sorry, I
Oh God, get off your high horse.
Piss off. Honestly,
Get off your high horse.
You know, Angie, you are very good at talking, and that's why certain people are friends with you. And you lot stick together. Stay away from me. But if you don't come at me,
what do you mean I'm very good at talking? I've kept quiet. And you've rattled on
I don't give a fuck,
for about 20 minutes. Let me just tell you, I never discussed your mother yesterday. You can talk, waffle on.
You brought my mother up. You don't know, like, why?
What do I know? I don't know
you.
Why
are you mentioning my mother?
I wouldn't want to know anything about you because I think you're rotten.
Why are you mentioning my mother? Yes, I don't talk about my mother.
I never spoke about your mother yesterday. I said you
said it.
turned into rage. Grow up, girl. Go look after your kids. Grow up.
What, do you want me to go and wake them up at 1 a.m, Maddie? Look after them.
Just grow up. You only have one day and night, 24 hours.
This is why we don't let Alicia
And then they
in the box, because
Exactly.
the only one, like, it's just a one-sided
Because
concept.
I don't listen to this
No,
shit.
because you're a brat.
She's just walking in and out, causing trouble everywhere.
No, I stick up for myself, and you
No, you're a
don't like that.
petulant
You don't
brat.
like
No, you don't.
You
You
like
just like
brainwashed
accusing
minions.
people of things.
This is a brainwashed minion live. Have a nice night.
I've got no
Nice.
So Maddie told me to look after my kids. It was just a lot of shouting, really. It wasn't even. You have to speak loud because they all start trying to talk over you.
You lucky you got in.
So would you say you're cocky and cunning then?
Yeah, 100%. Cecil, let me say something to Cecil because she's furious with me. Cecil, I don't care who's friends with who. And like I said earlier, but you wouldn't listen to me. You was just shouting at me. Luke is friends with most people, and I don't care, like, if he is or not. I'm still mates with Luke. I like Luke, and I always have liked Luke, and I've always said that.
Is that not your prerogative, though?
I also like you. Do you know what I mean? But it doesn't need to be a thing. Like, I don't give a fuck if he's friends with Canadian Angie, EQ, Zach the Brat. I don't care who he's friends with.
Because Laura's swearing shit,
Hang on a second. Because it's this whole coming in and putting it on me is not fair, because I'm friends with a lot of different people that don't get along. I don't want it in my life. I don't want people to come in here and kick off about people that they know come into my life. I don't think it's fair.
Because
hang on a sec. People have their own platforms to say whatever they want to say, and everyone's entitled to their opinion. But I don't want people to ever feel like they need to be uncomfortable in my life.
But can I just say one thing? Out of everyone, you see me how I got lost in this app, right? Because I was a small creator, and you see when I've always spoken about it. You see when it got like I was whizzed in it. I did get really, and I got like, oh, you can't talk to that person with that person. And it was people like Alicia and stuff that was making me more level-headed and brought me back to my critical, normal thinker self. And like Luke's gifted me, like Luke's been around Hayley. Like you wouldn't sit there and be like, oh, Hayley can't talk about missing people because Luke's gifted her. Or Paige can't talk about racism as a person of colour because Luke's gifted her. The same way you can't say Alicia's morals have differed because Luke gives her or that he's friends with her. We're allowed to, as adults, be friends or, like, you know, be around certain people. But it was actually Alicia that made me realise, Red, for instance, and this is me being very humble, like, I was very much like, oh, because you were friends with that person or that person, I felt very harshly. And then talking to people like Alicia and everyone else that brought me down to a certain level and made me, like, kind of back to reality outside of the app, but our actual real morals. We're all women, we're all people, and we can all actually have a conversation. If you're adults, if you're a cunt, you're a cunt.
People don't need to come in like and just try and make people feel a certain way. It's not fair. Like if it's my life, I can talk about what I want, same as everyone else can on their life. So if I'm talking about someone who's chatting shit about me, like, yeah, if people are chatting shit about them in the comments, yeah, 100%. But if it's people who just don't get along or they don't like someone for whatever reason, that's absolutely fine. Yeah,
we can stand on business. That's the thing.
Fine, Cecil, that's your opinion. But what I'm saying to you is, in your life, say that, and say whatever to whoever. But I'm just saying to everyone in here, not just you, everyone in here. If you don't like people, just fucking ignore each other. We're adults, and I get on with a lot of different people from a lot of different sides of the app. just leave it outside for here. And if you don't like it, then just don't come in here.
Yeah, I do
Because
think
honestly, I don't want the bullshit. I don't want it. I like Luke.
like Miss
I've
Brennan,
always liked Luke. Do you know what I mean?
I think sometimes you just have to have a little bit of an easy life on the app. And me and Cecil butted head yesterday because I felt like I was being judged. Like, I'm doing what I can, man. I'm literally going live every day. I'm trying to do things. I'm trying to educate. I'm trying to do things. Yes, my gifts are on sometimes. You can judge me all you want. I've got 3 kids and it's my full-time job. Like, and I'm still doing my best. Do you know what I mean? It's very easy to judge people if you're not doing more. Like, sometimes it's just like, I just don't want to be judged by everyone. It's always something. Like, I'm doing the best I can with what I got. That's it. And by the way, can everyone just say happy anniversary to me? Say it's my 2-year on TikTok anniversary after my
Hey, happy anniversary, but it's
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.